Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
6:37. Hey, dude.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Got it.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
Ready?
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. From the 38, Locke. Open man here is Hamilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Clock now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. To throw, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
47, Mike. 47. Right. 47. You don't know no better.
Check. Fresh now. Fresh.
Express.
To throw again. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. But now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Express.
47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check.
Express.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Now Carr again. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Lock to throw on 2nd down. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 734. Ricky. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Throwing again. Carr. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 68 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
White Monday. 29.
61. Matchbox lights.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
And the Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Check 26. Check 26. Raider 1. Hey, 734.
Now Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Greystone, Travis.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. This is the tight end fan. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Ready up.
Watching you fly. Check.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Pilot, 64, weak, 5.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
55 to Mike. I got you, punk.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Later, 9. Watch the whip.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Sponge. No. Check it out.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Down. You're wide 93. Get ready.
Throwing now is Carr. He's got it to Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Watch the slant.
Hey, Echo.
47. Check, 47.
Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. Able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Locke. This is Riddick on the screen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. From midfield, here's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dayon Buchanan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw his car. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Low. Check 31. Check 31.
Express.
What do you want?
To throw again. Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Locke now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Locke now on 1st down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, 58 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We're good.
The final shot here before half for Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the Line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
6-18.
Pick up the ball. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
7's the mic. 7's the mic.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Carr now on 1st down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go. Check 13.
You go tight. You got
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47's the mic.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Express.
Check my 47. Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, D.
You're mine. Smooth.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Open man there is Malone. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
185.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
694.
47's the mic. 47's
Go. Go.
Get in with us. 47 mic. 47 mic.
Carr now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Check in. Check in.
Blue Dan. Blue Dan.
Check 99. Check 99.
Slide down. Raider run. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfro with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Topper.
Block now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vincent Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Lock going to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Riddick with a carry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the double.
Mike 54. Hey, tight.
It's deep.
On first down, Rock. And the Raiders have got him. The man who wreaked havoc on the Broncos in Super Bowl 48, Malcolm Smith. Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Locke to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
47's the mic, boy. 47.
Express.
47. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones.
Hey, Haywood. Express.
Throwing on second and long. Carr is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 4 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 29. Check, 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 check. Hey, check.
From the gun, it's Carr. Jones has it. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Yep.
They'll run here with Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. You must be dreaming. Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go.
Now Carr. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On 1st down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
34's the Mike. 34. 9. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Hey, exit.
Let's go.
Now Carr. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. Man out.
Express. 93.
34. Scoot. Bound to lose one.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Philip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 30.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
This is Freeman. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke got a man. He finds Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.